So I want to understand the difference between AI and human consciousness.
So artificial intelligence is something that is created by humans, of course,
Right.
and it's based on a set of hardware with complex software and algorithms that analyze things. So one of the advantages and great powers of artificial intelligence is its storage and its capacity to calculate very fast, and has great memory also, and therefore it can take into consideration many variables and compute them and come with a solution that would take a human being, years in some cases to calculate. So in that level, we can say the practical data processing intelligence of a machine, like using artificial intelligence, is much higher than humans. But the data that is analyzed and the ability to access ultimately different variables remains limited to whatever is fed to the machine on a surface level of consideration. And the machine is not conscious in a way of what is happening. It might have some awareness, some consciousness, because we believe consciousness is everywhere, but it cannot access deeper levels of awareness that the humans have, which is self-consciousness, aware of the self, and aware of also deeper levels of nature, ultimately, as we say, aware of the most profound level of reality, which is your unified field of natural law. Unified field is, as we know in physics, if you take anything, it's made out of molecules, the molecules made out of atoms, the atoms elementary particles, quarks and muons and leptons and neutrinos. And then as you go deeper, you have fields, and then force fields, and then the unified field, which is the source of everything. So everything in creation is coming from that field. And we're saying this field is a field of consciousness. It's the home of all the laws of nature. The human nervous system is able to access that field. And by accessing that field, it accesses the home of all the laws of nature. And ultimately acting from this level, thinking from this level, deciding from this level, leads to decisions that are evolutionary and progressive for nature, for the whole humankind, but also ultimately for society, the whole environment, the whole world. Whereas a machine will remain within the context of what the data it can process and what it is given as ability to analyze.
So the data it can process is then limited to its physiology, if you will?
Exactly, yeah, it has a physiology. It's a mechanical one, electrical mechanical one. But humans, as a complex structure of evolution, and particularly with the ability to transcend, they can access that field of awareness, which is all-encompassing, and therefore act in tune with the total natural law, rather than limited, even though the machine is faster, processes things more, etc., but doesn't have access to the totality of the laws of nature. Great. It's a complex topic, but it's coming up, more and more intelligent machines and conscious machines potentially. But how self-conscious will they be? For example, we know that animals are conscious, but not all animals are self-conscious. You put some animals in front of a mirror, they don't recognize themselves. For example, a dolphin would know that it's themselves. And there are animals like that, a monkey, for example. But a dog and a cat, you put them in the front of the mirror, they think it's somebody else, so they try to play with them. So there are stages of consciousness. I believe machines can be conscious, trees are conscious, everything is consciousness. But humans have a deeper level of consciousness, self-consciousness and consciousness of the absolute, consciousness of the unified field, which allows us as humans to access the total potential of natural law. That's why we should meditate and transcend to keep accessing this infinite energy and intelligence of nature.
Great, thank you.
Wonderful.